Do you want to do the intro? What is good? There you go. What's going on, YouTube foodies? I'm Brittany, this is Allie, and we are back with Everybody's Kitchen. And today in the kitchen, we are making three
different kinds of brownies.
Triple the chocolate.
Yes. So we are experimenting with our favorite vegan, gluten-free, refined sugar-free, organic as much as possible brownies.
Yes.
So we have pulled 3 different recipes from 3 different bloggers. I'll mention them now. So we've got Big Man's World, Just a Smidgen, and Ambitious Kitchen. So these are all great references, great blogs.
Awesome, yeah. And we want to thank those different blogs for putting this information out there just so that we can create awesome things on our channel.
Exactly, and we have altered things a little bit. So we've chosen less refined sugars whenever possible, and we've chosen organic. So we've chosen organic whenever possible. So sometimes adapting the recipes to make that happen. And less sugar whenever possible. Again, adapting the recipes when necessary. And then we just choose to purchase organic things. So this is a baker's chocolate. It's fair trade, which is awesome, and organic. So this is something that you could obviously use the cheaper, basic, what they're called, baking chocolate. But we have chosen an option.
Just something that's like important to us, just like to be not only like responsible with what we're putting in our bodies, but socially responsible too, which is really cool to use fair trade.
Totally. And this is a lifelong learning process, so I'm sure we're gonna look back and we're gonna say, whoa, we could have used this instead of that, and it would have been even better. So we'll continue to adapt our recipes as we learn more too.
Exactly. Awesome. So what do we do to get started?
All right. So we're starting with the Big Man's World. We may hopefully get that right. Let's just double check that. The Big Man's World. Yes, that is his name. So his is also flour free, which that's great. Which is pretty cool. Because the baker's chocolate is 100% like cacao mass and cacao powder and cacao butter. It's literally just chocolate. So it is. I'm just looking at the sugars. So there's 1 gram of sugar.
That's crazy. That is so crazy for chocolate.
So we use the whole package, the whole 200 grams. So this is actually quite an expensive recipe.
It is, buying this type of baker's chocolate is, like we said, like it is more socially responsible. It is has less crazy ingredients in it, but it is about $8 where we are. So it's a bit pricey.
So that's just one ingredient that's $8. So this is really a decadent treat. It's just like, anyways.
And we have made these before, which is really awesome. So we know that when they come out, it's literally like just like a soft piece of chocolate that you're eating. It's very rich.
Yeah, it is. So we cut them really, really tiny. And they become like a truffle, a chocolate truffle almost in square form. Anyway, so we're gonna melt these.
Let me move this out of the way.
Thanks. So we have a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. We're gonna melt it.
Thank you.
We're gonna melt it together with this.
Awesome. It already smells good. So we're just gonna put that on, is it medium heat? We're gonna medium to high. We're trying to melt it, but not burn it. So it's important we watch it. Stir it every once in a while. So we're gonna be doing that over here. And I guess while we do that, we can, because we're just gonna transfer that mixture into the bowl when it's ready, so we can add in our other ingredients. So we have 2 flax eggs. We always choose to make flax eggs, obviously, instead of using the real eggs, because this is a vegan option. It's also really easy, super, like, you can't even tell, and an easy way to add more fiber. So there we go, that's going in the bowl. Awesome.
And then the coconut oil. Or sorry, coconut sugar.
Coconut sugar.
Yeah, we already have coconut oil. So coconut sugar, this is how it, obviously the recipe's getting sweetened.
What is the benefit of coconut sugar? Is there?
It's just a more natural, less refined alternative sugar.
Cool.
Yeah, and we eat a lot of cane sugar because it's in everything, most things that we buy, most like barbecue sauces and baked goods or granola bars or anything we buy usually has cane sugar in it.
Okay.
It's good to change up your source of ingredients.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Again, we're choosing an organic option here.
It's like 2 levels of chocolate in this thing.
Yeah. It's just 2 tablespoons, and this is unsweetened. If you wanted to make it more nutrient rich, you could add cacao. You get an organic cacao from like your local health food store. That would be even more nutrient dense.
Awesome.
Than this one. So that's another option.
Yeah.
And then we're doing 3 tablespoons of arrowroot
Awesome.
starch. We also have the oven preheated to 350. And all 3 of our recipes call for 8x8 dishes, and all 3 of them cook at 350. So,
which is super ideal.
We're whipping them all up.
We're basically having a chocolate party tonight.
Yeah, we are.
And you're invited. Obviously, we can't invite you here, but you're invited to make these recipes.
All 3 of them at once, like us.
Yeah. And then invite your friends over, watch a cool show.
Oh, I have a fun idea.
Yes.
One of our brownies has beans in them. Black beans.
Yes.
And it would be so fun to invite everyone over and not tell anybody which one has the beans in it.
Yeah.
And then they'll be floored.
Alright, so the chocolate's melted.
Yes. So it's melted with the coconut oil. So you're gonna pour it in.
Okay, yes I do.
So we're just, it's simmering. Now it's like your typical brownie consistency. Looking good.
Smells good.
Smells amazing.
Somebody's calling. I think they can smell our brownies.
Yes. They're like, oh, I hear you're making 3 brownie recipes today. Can I have some?
Can I come over?
So now we're gonna pour it into our pan lined with some parchment paper. Then we are putting it in the fridge, the opposite of the fridge.
Scratch that. It's not going in the fridge.
It's going in the oven.
So I'm going to pause the video right there, and they're going to put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
They're going to write mean things to us. Was the brownies in the fridge?
And nothing happened. So next up is black bean brownies. These are extra special because they have avocado in them as well. So again, great whole food option. That's awesome. We can include that into a brownie, which is supposed to be a treat. And so we'll make those while these ones are cooking away.
Putting beans in bowl.
Yes. And then we're gonna do half the avocado right in there. You can go to our website for the full recipe.
And Allie even puts really fun facts and interesting things on there too, which is awesome.
Yes, and we tag to the original post, so you can explore the rest of the recipes on the blogs that we post to.
Absolutely.
Back to the sugar. So, I am using cane sugar for this one, which I just talked about how not to use cane sugar. But this is an organic raw cane sugar, so it still has some of the nutrients maintained as opposed to the more refined sugars.
Right.
And I love the texture of this sugar. This is the, I don't even know how to say this, turbinado?
Turbinando. Turbinando.
Anyways, it's got a really great texture because it doesn't fully dissolve, so it gives you that like crunchy, like sugary.
Yeah.
So good. So we're using half a cup.
Now we need to process in a food processor until smooth.
Everything is all mixed till nice and smooth in the food processor. So now we're gonna take it off.
All right, so now that we've blended up our, well, food processed, our black beans and other various ingredients, now we're gonna add a couple more things into the food processor.
Yeah, and blend again. And this is a great recipe because it's literally, this is all you dirty. This, and if you're doing a cooking show, you dirty 100 million bowls.
Exactly.
But other than that,
if anybody wants to sponsor us for bowls,
yeah,
we're open.
Yeah. Okay. That's
perfect. Coconut oil, putting it in now.
Now we're gonna food process this up again, and it will be really, really thick, which is totally fine. That gives you like the fudgy brownie taste.
Yep.
And then we're gonna stir in some chocolate chips. And these are beans. So beans, vegans, hard time fitting in enough beans in your life.
Vegans, yes. Vegan right here.
Not,
Vegan.
Not vegan
Yeah.
here. Not vegan here.
Struggling to fit the beans into my life.
Yeah. So why not add beans into your desserts?
Which sounds great to me. And black beans are not, I'm gonna be honest, black beans are not my favorite thing. So if I can hide it in something, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will, at the end, rate these on a scale of 1 to yummy.
1 to yum.
All right, so that's all blended, food process.
Everything's blended. We are ready to add the chocolate chips into the food processor.
Go for it.
So we're just putting 1/3 of a cup in there, and we're just gonna fold them right in. And this batter you might find is a little bit thicker than the other batter. Don't be alarmed. Sometimes when I'm cooking things from like a recipe online, I'm concerned as I go through it. I'm like, does this look right? Is this what this is supposed to be doing? So just
That's good. That's
never
perfect.
fear.
Plop her in. We are going to just sprinkle a little bit of chocolate chips on top.
Oh, cool.
Make them look pretty.
Awesome.
Oh no, good. These go in the oven for 20 minutes.
Recipe number 3.
Yeah, 3. So this one is super easy if you prepare ahead of time. So as you can probably see, we have 1 million bowls out.
Yeah.
But everything's pre-measured, so all we have to do is add every single thing into this bowl. Mix it together.
Mix it together.
So this recipe is probably more your typical recipe, your typical brownie recipe. It's got, we made a little bit of an adaptation. It calls for brown rice flour. I tend not to prefer any flours that are supposed to be like gluten-free. Like I have this one, which we'll probably do a post on.
Yeah.
I have this one gluten-free flour mix that I absolutely love, but it's crazy expensive, but I haven't found anything else to beat it. So I use it in moderation. So I cut down, if a recipe calls for a cup of all-purpose flour, I'll use a cup or half a cup of that and like a half cup of oat flour, half a cup of almond meal, or something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of cut it down. So because of my dislike for gluten-free flours, we are using oat flour, which all it is ground oats.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Super easy. Throw it in your food processor. So we're using that instead. Everything can just get mixed in the whole bowl. That's
Perfect.
literally the instructions.
Awesome.
Mix everything together.
Perfect. And then we're gonna do a mashed up banana.
Yep. Applesauce. This, you can actually replace eggs in a recipe with applesauce. It's usually about 1/4 cup to 1 egg. So we'll write that in our recipe post as well. And so this is an egg replacement and also a little bit of a sweetener in this recipe.
Vanilla.
Salt.
Maple syrup.
Yep, this is another adaptation we made. So we're using the recipe actually called for 2 cups of sugar and I cut it down to 1.5 cups. So we're doing 1/2 cup of maple syrup and 1 cup of, again, this like turbo sugar. The same sugar from the last recipe. Yeah. Again, for texture wise and organic and less refined than just your white sugar.
Cocoa powder.
So we'll just mix this up before we add the chocolate chips. There was a comment on this blog post as well that people found that this made more than 1 batch. Like some people spread this out to like an 8x8 and then like a loaf pan because they found they have a lot. So we actually have a little bit larger of a pan than the
so we're using something about this size.
Yeah, Corningware. It's a little bit bigger than an 8x8. We'll see if that works. If not, we'll spread it out like everyone else has suggested. Okay, this is smelling delicious.
I know. This is like the best day to shoot this because it's just so much chocolate in here.
Okay, there we go. Good consistency. And so now we're going to stir in the chocolate chips. So, calls for 2 cups of chocolate chips. That's a crazy amount.
Yeah.
But we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. And we have 2 different sizes of chocolate chips.
Yes, I chose to spread it out.
Got these little tiny mini guys.
And the chunks. I like the chunks because they don't completely melt, so they kind of give you that little like...
The crunch.
Did you hear it? That was a chocolate crunch.
Alright, so we're just going to add those into the mixture now and fold them in.
These are going in. These bake for longer, 35 to 40 minutes, because they're a little thicker, obviously. So here we go. Now we wait. So 2 of our 3 brownie recipes are finished out of the oven. We're gonna cut them up and we're gonna try them.
Yeah.
As soon as that one comes out.
We're gonna go do some stuff. We'll see you in a second.
Okay, all 3 of our brownies are ready and done, and we get to enjoy them now.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay, so black bean brownie. This is the flour-free one with the baker's chocolate, and this is the one with the oat flour, kind of more your traditional brownie with a ton of chocolate chips in it. So, what should we do first?
I think we should start with the black bean. Okay. I'm pretty excited about these ones.
Me too.
Okay, cool.
Okay. This is a massive piece.
They are really big pieces.
Okay, well, I'll just... Shall we cheers?
Cheers?
Yep.
Cheers. That's really good. You would never ever know there's beans in that.
Never know.
Yeah.
It's super moist. People hate that word.
But it is. They're really, really delicious.
Watery.
Yeah. Watery.
No.
They're not watery.
I was trying to think of a synonym for moist. Anyways, very good. High in protein.
Delicious.
You could make that and have it as a after lunch snack. Great way to get your protein in.
Yeah.
These ones.
Okay.
Okay. These are the baker's chocolate.
Cheers.
Okay. Not as sweet as the other ones.
But so rich. That's what I love about this particular brownie. Is that like, if I really want something sweet, like that is gonna like satisfy me. Just that tiny little brownie.
Yeah. It's like dark chocolate. It's like a hunk of dark chocolate.
But also like, I think like both of them so far have been really moist. We're gonna use that word again.
Yeah.
Super delicious.
And the blogger who created the flour-free ones, the Big Man's World, he suggested eating them cold, putting them in the fridge, eating them cold. And I feel as though that would be more like a chocolate bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Last one.
Okay. How you going? Cheers. That's really good. That tastes like a good old-fashioned brownie, like when you're a kid. The best.
The best. Okay. What's your favorite? Okay, close your eyes and I'm gonna point to one and you're point to one. 1, 2, 3.
I love the traditional brownies. The other ones are really great. And if I do need to incorporate like more protein into my diet, or I really want that like nice sweet product for, or a nice sweet brownie for a treat, then those other two are great. But if I just want like a brownie, if I'm craving like a brownie, then that's what I want.
Yeah, like you're in charge of baking brownies for Easter dinner. Bring those ones. Everyone will love them. No one will know they're gluten-free and vegan.
No complaints about any of them.
No complaints about anything. I make all of them again.
Yeah, for sure.
Brownies for everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. Also, you can contact us on our website. It will be going live. Hopefully, by the time you see this video, it'll be live. Subscribe, like, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We posted our Shamrock Shake, and we'd love reviews on that if you guys would like to do that. Until next time, happy eating.
Happy eating.